Hey, and welcome back to another video from my eBay parts repair playlist, the playlist of videos where I go on eBay and buy broken electronic items, usually phones and iPods and maybe some iPads, for usually below $20, but I stopped following that. I buy whatever I see as a good deal and I try and fix those broken items on camera. And what we have today is this. It's a Lumia 920, and this is an actual Lumia 920 because if you remember in one of my past videos, I thought I bought a Lumia 920, but it turned out to be a Lumia 900, which is somewhat identical, and you can't really tell when the screen is off because the front chin of the 900 is smaller than the front chin of the 920, but when the screen is off, it's a bit harder to tell. But this is an actual 920, and this is what was listed as like the problems that was listed. It was listed with those two spinning gears. So it could be a very simple soft reset fix or a hard reset fix, or it could not be fixable at all. We can never say, but we shall jump in and see. But before that, don't forget to hit that like button and check out my channel. And if you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm also on Instagram and Discord, and you can find me on those using the links down in the description below. Also, turn on your bell notification button next to the subscribe button so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. All right, let's jump right in. So I bought this for like, what, $9? I can't remember, but I put the price earlier. $10 plus $4 shipping, something like that. And it's not from my usual seller. This is from like a charity or something. Let me see if there's any information in this box. Nope. So it's just the phone wrapped in a cardboard thing. The phone is white, I think. Yeah. I didn't really care about the color. But it would have been nice if it was that really nice. You know, the 920 had that really bright yellow. That was a nice color. It would have been nice if it was one of those, but don't really care. So, looks in decent condition. The plastic body, obviously white color. It's going to have some dings and stuff, but for a phone that was released in, what, 2012, I think? It's in pretty decent condition. Was it 2012? Yeah, I think it was 2012, but I can't really confirm. Can't remember off the top of my head, but now it's got a dedicated camera button, power button, volume rocker. The power button seems a bit, it has gone in a bit, so it's probably being used quite heavily, but the screen isn't scratched that much. There's just one scratch over here, but looks pretty decent. Yeah, so no power. It's probably dead on power. Let me get a charger plugged in. Okay, so we have a charger here. It should show the logo, because if it's not turning on, it's a bigger problem than what was described. Okay, so the thing vibrated. Let's see what happens. Nokia and low battery. Okay, so we gotta let this thing charge for a while. We'll let it charge for a while and we'll see what happens. Oh, but before that, let's just try powering it on, because it can turn on low battery, I think. No, let it charge and we'll see what happens in like 15 minutes. So it's somewhat charged now, but the battery is still pretty low. So I guess it's also got that slow charging issue. But now, as described in the listing, we have these two cogs. Let's try and soft reset it. Power button and volume down button for about 15 seconds. Until it restarts. Okay, we heard the vibration. Let's see if that changes anything. If not, let's do a hard reset. Okay, so it's back to the charging this thing. Now, like I said, it's charging very slowly. So that's I don't know really why that is. But to do a hard reset, you gotta have at least 50% of the battery. And it should be unplugged from the charger, or it doesn't hard reset properly. So we'll just give it some time to charge, maybe another 6 hours, because it's charging really slowly. I remember these phones, when they start acting up, they also charge really slowly. So let's give it some time and then let's try to hard reset it. Okay, so now I feel that it's charged somewhat, and I'm gonna try and hard reset it. The process to hard reset it, I really can't remember. It's like power button, then volume down button, wait till the exclamation mark shows up, then again power volume button in a certain order. It's really confusing. So I gotta read the guide while doing it. So I'll do the hard reset off camera, and then after that I'll show you what happened. So hard resetting also didn't work. Like I mentioned, the battery is also another problem. The battery, I think, is still pretty low. There's another method which is not recommended by Nokia, but I'm going to try it anyway. It's the volume up, volume down, and the power button, all three together. So we'll try that and we'll see if that happens. Let me try and do that all on camera. So I'm holding all three down. Let's see if that shows up again. Okay, it vibrated. Nokia logo, let's take it off. It's a method I've heard of before. I can't really remember where, but as I remember, you had to do it multiple times for it to work. So we'll see. So the AT&T logo, yep, comes back to that. So let's keep trying that and we'll see what happens. I think I've done this with a Lumia 520, but I really can't remember. But we'll keep trying that. If not, I'll have to, I don't know, keep it on charge for 24 hours or something. But this is definitely not a hardware issue. This is just a software issue. There's no need to take the phone apart. So I'll keep trying this and we'll see what happens in the end. Okay, so none of that worked, so I just resorted to the best option available, and that is the jolly good old Windows Device Recovery Tool. This is the same tool that I used to fix my Lumia 950. If you remember in that video some time back, that was like, what, last year or something? But this thing is now connected to the Windows Recovery Tool and it's doing its thing. I'm surprised it connected so fast. Well, initially it had problems connecting, but now it connected and it's working, it's downloading its files. I'm pretty sure this will fix it, so yeah. So let's see after this is done. We'll see if it fixes it and then we can just dive into the phone and see what's up. So the phone seems to be doing its thing, and we'll see what happens in a few minutes. This is just an update, so I'll just let it finish up and be right back. So the phone just restarted and it's still stuck on the Nokia logo, and okay, we're now in the AT&T logo. Let's see if it goes back to those annoying cogwheels. Let's see what happens. Sorry about the noise in the background, that's my PC. It's got 5 fans, so right, 6 fans. 6 fans including the AIO cooler. So it's pretty noisy, if that's picking up on camera. So after reset, these are pretty slow. But it didn't stay on the AT&T logo this long. So we'll see what happens. Oh, so the logo went away. And let's see. It might take a while. And we're in. So I'll go ahead and do this stupid setup process. And hopefully it's not locked, because unlocking it, like bypassing the Windows lock thing, it's easy, but it's lengthy. It has a lot of steps, but it's pretty easy. But let's hope it's not locked, and I'll do all this stuff and be right back. And finally, we have the phone working. As you can see, it's working perfectly. Let's go into settings and see what version it's running. Also, I had a small problem connecting to Wi-Fi for some reason, and it does not want to connect. It doesn't want to show me the login screen for my Microsoft account or Xbox account. When I try to log in, it just shows those 3 loading bars and it never goes into the login screen. So I cannot get my account on this, which is kind of a bummer, because I was thinking of like using this phone for a day or so and doing a separate video on this, like using this in 2020. But that doesn't seem to be happening now, because I can't get into my account. So there we are, Lumia 920, Windows Phone 8.1, and I think Windows Phone 8.1 is the last official update for this. I think there's a way to put Windows 10 on this pretty easily, but I'm not gonna try that. I'm gonna leave this the way it is. But there is a way to put this on Windows 10 unofficially. So I'm gonna bring in some other phones here, as you can see here. These are its three predecessors. These two are the same. This is the Lumia 800, the first ever Nokia Windows phone. This is the Lumia 900, Nokia's updated version of the 800 for the US market. It's a similar phone, but as you can see, it's a bit bigger, and it has a front camera and all that stuff. And the 920 is the updated version of this. And like I said, I was fooled when I bought this phone, not by the seller. The seller had no idea, because this phone also wasn't turning on when the seller gave it to me. It had a few issues, but we fixed it. And in the photos, if you look at those from an eBay photo like that, you're not going to see the borders between the display and the plastic, as you the bordering, as you can see here. You're not going to see much of a difference on a eBay photo. So I thought this was the 920, but in reality it was a 900. This one, when I looked closely, I could then recognize, okay, it's a 920. The other easy giveaway that I should have noticed is the camera placement, the front cameras. The 900 has it on the left and the 920 has it on the right center. The backs are pretty identical. The Tessar branding, the Carl Zeiss Tessar branding is a bit different, but the 920 has a similar Tessar branding for the Asian market. This is the US 920 on AT&T. So unless you can see the displays properly, you cannot notice it, because this has a large forehead and this has a large chin. Well, this has a slim chin and this one has a slim forehead. That's because these two phones, they have AMOLED displays, as you can see here. These are AMOLED displays. When I off them, you can't see much of a difference. They're really hard to tell. The difference is really hard to tell. As you can see, it's not as clear as this. This is easily told that's an LCD. But this is a high quality camera from an iPhone 11, but on an eBay listing, you're not going to notice those differences. So the easiest thing to look for is the cameras. The 900 has it on the left, the 920 has it on the right. So I don't know why Nokia downgraded from AMOLED displays on these two to an LCD panel. Obviously, this LCD panel has more resolution. It's 330 pixels per inch versus like 270 on these two. So higher pixels per inch, but these have better blacks. Their darker colors are better. And some of the other colors are also better. Let me just, let me go to settings and let me set the color. You know what? I'll probably set it to, this is a better, brighter blue. I want to set it to that color. Let's see if we can tell a difference between the AMOLED and the LCD display. So Start Plus theme, I think it's this color. Yeah, it's teal. So identical. Well, let's see if this has teal too, because I don't think this has the same colors that has. Yeah, it is teal. So they're teal, but the teal on this, as you can see, there is a clear difference. The AMOLED has a more darker color-ish to it, and it's the same color. Let's see if we can get it on this as well. I think I already have it. No. Let's see, settings, theme, teal. And again, as you can see, oh, this one is a bit more closer than that one. Let's try and keep them together like that. The older Lumia 800 has a very similar color to the 920, but this one is a bit darker, as you can see. And these two have AMOLED displays, but I think this has a better AMOLED display than the 800, obviously. It's the more improved variant. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know why Nokia went from AMOLED to LCD. They should have continued using AMOLED. Okay, so now I want to show you what the Lumia 920 is known for, and it's the main reason why the Lumia 920 was popular is it's the world's first phone with optical image stabilization. Um, all the other phones before it did not have that, and they based it on software image stabilization. So this actually had optical image stabilization, and it still has a really good camera even today by a lot of people's standard. So the best phone to compare it to is its predecessor, the 900. So let's load up the camera on these phones. And I don't know if that'll come up on camera, but it should show a significant difference. Let me try and get those in. They're both 8 megapixel shooters, but let me try and take a photo of the same thing here, and we'll see if we can tell a difference. So let's see. So as you can see, this is most stable. The photo is less blurry than the other ones. As you can see, it's more prominent, it's noticeable, while this has more blurry edges. To give this phone a second chance, let's take that photo again. Same photo, same angle. I'm actually going to give this phone an advantage and hold it extra still. Okay, so extra still. I was really still, and as you can see, barely visible borders on that iPod Shuffle 2nd Gen there. But this one, really clear. So obviously this also has a better camera overall, so that's kind of a bad comparison. But this thing had image stabilization, so that image stabilization also ties into making a photo much better than this one. That's just a quick camera comparison, but I'll be doing a better camera comparison in the future. But wow, this thing actually has a really good camera. Wait, that was not that good. Aha, there we go. Let's try the shutter button. These photos are really good. Like for a camera released in what, 2012? That's pretty clear. That's pretty nice actually. Yeah, this is something that I'll have to cover in detail when I do my full review on this phone using it in 2020. But yeah, the reason I'm not bringing this one in is this phone is an endless pit. It has a problem. It's not turning on. I've partially made a video on this, but I don't think I'll ever finish the video because this phone is a disaster. It's an endless pit. It works, it turns on, it charges, but the display never shows up. It never connects to a computer. It just connects and the Windows pop-up sound comes. It shows up for a second on the small notification center and then disappears, so it cannot be fixed. I've tried all the methods in the book, including Camera tools. I've also tried camera tools. This is an endless pit. It's kind of sad, but whatever, because these two phones are extremely rare in the US, the two 800s. And I'm surprised I came across two of them because they were never released officially in the US. I also have another endless pit here, which is a Sharp Aquos Crystal. This one also, I don't know, it's got that com.android issue and it keeps popping up before I can even touch the screen. So I can't get into USB settings to connect it to a computer to flash it, so I can never flash this phone. It also has a really mediocre BIOS, so I can't do anything from its BIOS as well. I'm doing a video on this pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But we have two endless pits over there. They'll just remain in my collection. So I kind of got sidetracked there, but yeah, let's return to the star of the show. I just want to do a comparison. Lumia 920 works perfectly, and this is usually the reward of buying cheaper phones. I paid way less than what a working Lumia 920 would cost. A working Lumia 920 was like about $30 in this condition, while I paid only like what, $14, or with shipping I think it was $14. So I paid way less. A bit of a hassle to fix, but eventually I fixed it. It's charging pretty slowly, but I think I can fix that later. but we'll see. All right, so I guess that's it for this video. This was a success in terms of repair. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and check out my channel. And if you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.